Dear trainee teachers, welcome to our new English class of the program ঘরে বসে repeat অনুশীলন arranged by NAP Manishing. The subject of our today's discussion is Debate English PK Unit 4, Lesson 1, Framework of IPT-based lesson plan relating to EFT content. The topic of our today's discussion is segmented into parts like the importance of a lesson plan for teachers, Number 2, explaining IPT. Number 3, framework of IPT-based lesson plan. So now, let's see, before starting the main discussion, what's the definition of lesson plan. The definition of a lesson plan is a complete guideline for teaching learning activities. It's a free plan for clear instruction and proper materials. It's a support to determine proper methods and techniques. It's a layout to implement inclusive education. It's a blueprint of every sort of activities to be conducted in the class. Dear trainee teachers, after being introduced with the definition of a lesson plan, now we are going to know about the importance of a lesson plan for teachers, that how a lesson plan helps a teacher to conduct his class. It helps to plan and organize the lesson. A lesson plan helps a teacher to plan his class and organize the lesson before starting the class. Then, teacher can determine exactly what to do. We know that a teacher has to do many sort of activities to conduct his class. So, it helps him or her to select the activities, what the exact activities to be conducted in the class. Then, it helps to arrange proper teaching materials. To conduct a specific class, a teacher needs many sort of materials, but a lesson plan helps him or her to select the specific materials for the specific class. Then, it helps to arrange proper activities. It helps teacher feel more confident. It helps challenge topic to be conducted smoothly. Every class is not same easy. Some class is difficult too. A lesson plan helps here to conduct a teacher's class more smoothly. It helps to use proper classroom language. For a specific class, a lesson plan helps a teacher to select proper classroom language. It helps teacher get well equipped with proper materials and activities. Now, you can think more about the importance of a lesson plan. Explaining IPT. What does IPT stand for? What do we mean by input, practice, and task? What do you think? IPT stands for Input, Practice, and Task. IPT refers to the stages of a lesson plan. A lesson plan basically segmented into 3 parts, or IPT is the 3 vital stages of a lesson plan. So, on the basis of IPT, if a lesson plan is produced, then it is called IPT-based lesson plan. From IPT, here is input. In this section, we are going to discuss about the activities what are being done in input section. There, input is commonly given to the learners by the teacher, which is the basis of a lesson. Input can be presented to the student in orally, written, and visually. It is closely related to the learning outcomes of the lesson because all the practices are based on it. In EFT book, section A is generally used as input. Now, this is practice. In a practice section, different sort of activities are conducted there. Generally, the practice refers to the different type of activities that are done by the teacher, either with the help of the teacher or other student based on the input. The practice activities lead the student to a better understanding of input. This can be practicing language points, grammar, or checking understanding of information from the input. Practice activities may be supplied by the teacher or taken directly from the textbook. For example, look and say, listen and do, gap filling, and so on. Other activities like handwriting and pronunciation help students to develop psychomotor skills which focus on helping students to learn and practice language points, maybe vocabulary and grammar. The last one is task. The last and the third stage is task. In the stage of task, what type of activities are done? There, it also is students' activity which helps students to use the information and language points learned from the input to express their own ideas in communication. Generally, in EFT books, tasks are given in the last section of a lesson. Dear trainee teachers, now we are going to relate IPT with a lesson. This is EFT 3, Unit 34, Lesson 1. Here we are going to discuss a lesson with IPT-based lesson plan. Very first, this is input. In input, the lesson title is Self-Introduction, Learning Materials, Picture of a Family, Text, Activity A, Listen and Read. Here the activities are: number 1, showing group picture of a family and let them think. After that, teacher reads the text aloud and students listen to teacher's reading first. Then the student try to say aloud with teacher, and then teacher asks some questions and answer them. After input, it is practice, ask and answer. Here the activities are: student will do their activities in pair. They read the text aloud and ask and answer the question. The activities are: in pair, let them read out one after another. Let them ask and answer from the text. While they are doing in pair, teacher will help them if they need. Thirdly, it is task. Activity C, write a short paragraph about your family. Here, the student will write about their own family. Before writing that, they will ask some question and answer that. After that, let them write about their own family. Now, this is your turn. After explaining IPT and relating it with the lesson of EFT, we are going to identify which activity is known as input, practice, and task. What do you think? Now, we are going to experience a lesson and its sections. Which of the section is called input, practice, and task? My dear trainee teachers, this is a lesson from EFT 3, Unit 34, Lesson 1, My Family. This is Activity A, Listen and Read. And there is a text about my family. Activity A from EFT generally is a input section. In input section, a teacher delivers his lesson before the class. And this is the Activity B, pair work, ask and answer. Here are some questions about the text presented in the input section. In this section, the students do their work in pair. They ask each other the questions and answer them. Generally, this section is practice section. In the last, this is section C, write a paragraph about your family. Here are some questions about the text. The text was presented in section A, and in practice section, they have practiced themselves in pair. Before writing a paragraph, a student will answer the question and then they will write the answer of this question into their note. After answering the question, they will express their own opinion about their own family. By the way, the students are assessed. This section is task section. Again, this is your turn. You can watch. There is a table with 3 columns, input, practice, and tasks. To complete this table, please select 2 lessons from any of the EFTs and identify the input, practice, and task activities using the format. Framework or components of IPT-based lesson plan. The IPT-based lesson plan has 3 vital stages. They are: number 1, input stage. In this stage, a teacher presents his activities before the student. Number 2, practice stage. In this stage, students practice their activities presented in input section. Thirdly, task stage. In this stage, students are assessed whether they have achieved the learning outcomes or not. The stages of a lesson plan. Although a lesson plan has 3 vital stages, they are input, practice, and task. But a lesson plan has total 7 stages. They are lesson title, learning outcomes, classroom language, what students already know or previous knowledge, input, practice, and task. For now, here is a sample format of IPT-based daily lesson plan for you. With this format, you can make lesson plans of your daily lesson. Here are 7 stages of a lesson plan with 3 vital stages: input, practice, and task. What we have learned today? We have learned today about the definition of a lesson plan, the importance of a lesson plan for teachers, explaining IPT and its components, the relation of IPT-based lesson plan with EFT contents, a format of IPT-based lesson plan for EFT. Dear tiny teachers, I hope that you have got a good idea over our today's lesson. If you want to know more about our today's class, you can see our PPTX document and the research paper on this content. To know more about our English class, please keep your eyes on our next classes. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you all.